Welcome to TV20 News. I'm Dan Monroe. After being sworn in January, Judge Jeff Johnson at the Cleveland Municipal Court officially held his first court session. Here's TV20's Alex Picterna with that story.
Judge Johnson is a recognizable figure to many Clevelanders, having served on the Cleveland City Council and as a state senator of Ohio. Surprisingly, a career in politics was not something he had ever envisioned while growing up in Cleveland.
I actually lived both in Glenville and Collinwood. I claim both. I'm a railroader. I graduated from Collinwood High School. And my dad, many years ago, before I went into college, said I should be an attorney. And I laughed it off because I was playing sports and I was a jock. So I say that to say is that at the very first time someone presented the whole idea of law, I laughed it off and said I want to do something else. Through my evolution, I never thought I would pursue the judicial branch because you can't do a lot of politics.
While highlighting his accomplishments, Judge Johnson openly acknowledged his past mistakes and reflected on the personal growth he has experienced as a result.
I served under the great Council President George Forbes. It was a very colorful experience. Anybody knows the history. But I learned so much. Lonnie Burton, late great Lonnie Burton was there when I showed up. And Fannie Lewis was one of my mentors. So I got a well-grounding when I was there in the 80s, yeah. I became a state senator for 9 years, representing the northeast part of Cleveland and parts of the eastern suburbs. And then I lost everything when I was convicted for a fundraising scandal in the late 90s. So I had to rebuild the career. And Jane Campbell gave me my first job once I returned from 9 months in federal prison.
Judge Johnson humbly acknowledges that his journey to this point would not have been possible without the support of individuals who recognized his accomplishments and granted him a second chance. Furthermore, he is committed to extending that same support by reaching back and uplifting those who have made mistakes in their past and aspire to grow beyond them.
Jane Campbell, for her, because I literally just got out a few months out of prison, so for her it was, I've known Jeff so many years, and we sat down, we talked at great length, and I think she was comfortable with me because people react differently when they have life-changing experiences like going to prison. She saw that I wasn't bitter and I wasn't holding grudges, and so she gave me a chance. And I took that chance and ultimately became a member of her cabinet. So she's the one who gave me that opportunity. But I had to earn the respect of the community, and I worked real hard as Director of Community Relations. I kept studying and working hard. You just should never give up on yourself. And that's the message I've been telling folks, people who've come out of prison. You know, I go to a lot of meetings, I go to a lot of events. When people want to seal their records, I talk to them about how important it is to do the things necessary so that you can get your record sealed.
Before accompanying the judge into his courtroom, we discussed his experience with the Cleveland Municipal Courts thus far. Judge Johnson shared how he hopes his decades of public service will enable him to deliver fair and equitable justice to those in need within the city of Cleveland.
Now, the great process of the Cleveland Municipal Court is they give you time to get used to the environment. So I was shadowing existing judges now for about a month and a half. So when I finally got there, the bench wasn't a stranger to me because I literally sat next to it, but I was there by myself this time. So a little bit of nervousness and a great amount of excitement and feelings of accomplishment. And because of my past, I'm very comfortable dealing with the public. So I was not intimidated, obviously, with that, given what I've done in my public service career. If you know my history in public service, I'm milder. I'm not so much of a firebrand as I used to be, but the fire still burns relative to doing the right thing and and providing justice, being fair, and as I assess what's best for the community and best for the person standing in front of me. I'm excited about going every day. I'm here 3 days a week. I'm on the bench, so it's been a great week. Nervous, but I think every time I continue to do it, the better.
For TV20, this is Alex Picterna.